my goodness. Hi friends, welcome back. I'm back. I was on vacation and I did the thing where I closed down my closet, and I'm going to talk about that as I prepare items to ship in this Ship With Me video. Before I get started, I have a lot to talk about today, so this will be exciting. But before I get started, I wanted to say I've decided I'm going to start to wear one item or maybe multiple items from my closet in my ship videos. So this sweater, I believe the brand is Sunday in Brooklyn. It is a long line sleeveless cardigan with a hood. You know, only potential problem with that is that I decide I really like this and I'm going to keep it. So it's currently for sale in my closet for $28. It feels like a linen-y light knit, and I know it's not linen, but that's what it feels like to me. So my first item is very, what I would call, interesting. And I'm just gonna get started shipping, and I'm gonna give you some updates on what's been happening in my life, because life has been a little bit hectic. So the first item I sold, the brand is Natalie Martin. That's the tag. It's this really beautiful boho floral blouse. It was screaming spring to me when I saw it. So for the first time, I'm just gonna show this. It says do more yoga, which I'm trying to manifest the do more yoga thing. I used to be a yoga teacher, and I need some more yoga in my life, and that is a fact. So back to the very fast story about this shirt. I've never had this happen before. I accepted an offer on Poshmark on this shirt, and the person initially offered me $35, and I countered with $45. And then they countered with $40, and I don't want to say I was exhausted, but I was just like, okay, fine. Like $40 is, and I just want to sell it. Like my closet has been closed for a week. Like, okay, I'm going to take it. So then I wake up the next morning to a little eBay. eBay has this cute little you sold something notification. And so I woke up to that chime and I was like, oh, that's cool, because I had my eBay store shut down as well. Well, it turns out someone bought this shirt from me, this exact shirt, on eBay for $58. So I have heard a lot of things about not canceling orders if you can avoid it on eBay. Now, if this shirt had already sailed and I shipped it, there would be nothing I could do. But I took a moment to pause, and knowing that I really didn't want to take a lower offer on this shirt, that I thought I had the shirt priced fairly at $52, I decided to actually cancel the order on Poshmark because I hadn't shipped it yet, and I decided to take the $58 from eBay. So I'm sorry to the person who thought they were getting a slamming deal on this shirt, and I ultimately made the decision to make $18. Now, when everything shakes out, it's gonna be dramatically different than what I accepted on Poshmark because, eBay fees are closer to like 15%. I get a little tiny bit back from shipping. Yay. I'm so glad. I just love how that worked out because I was so resistant but didn't want to decline this $40 and the back and forth with the person. All done with that story. Next up, I sold this to a person from an offer. The brand is Monto. I have seen it before at Marshall's. It's just a white lace. It's a rose lace sleeveless top. I had this listed for $21 because it was new with tags. This style shirt in general, if it's not like a brand from Anthro or silk or linen or really has the brand name behind it, I feel like $18 to $21 is a fair price. I went with $21 because it was brand new with tags. Now I did pick this up at the bins, so I don't have much of an investment in it, and the buyer offered me $17 for the shirt, and I happily accepted that. I didn't have to pay anything towards shipping. So my profit after fees was $13.60. I bought it at the bins. We typically call cost of goods at the bins are around $2, although I know I did not pay $2 for this, so I made about $12 on this shirt. This next sale, it took a while for this, but this is in a Pottery Barn. The pattern on this is called IKAT, I-K-A-T. It's a particular design style. These pillow covers from Pottery Barn, this one's 20 by 20. They retail for about $60. This is current on their website. Not this colorway, but this style of pillow cover is current on their website. I have actually, the day I picked this up, I know for sure, I had, trying to figure out the best way to make this so it's not super bulky in the envelope and arrives looking nice. So I picked this up at the bins on a day when I also picked up other Pottery Barn pillow covers, and this was the last of them to sell. I did have this in my closet for $30, so basically half price. It is a little bit heavier because it feels like a linen on the back. It's very durable, and then with the embroidery, it's just a durable, substantial piece. So I definitely paid $2 for this at the bins. I received an offer when my closet opened on this for $18, and because I had it in my closet for, I would say, approximately 2 months, I decided to happily accept an $18 offer on this. I didn't have to pay anything towards shipping. So if you send out an offer and it's not through a bundle, you do have to offer the buyer a shipping discount. But if someone sends you an offer and you accept it, you do not have to pay a shipping discount, which for me is actually preferable. I got some new stickers. I know we talk about, or I've talked about before, you know, stickers that I include, and it's just kind of like, I just feel like it's fun. The ones I got are like a watercolor tone, and they're floral, succulents, cactus. It just feels fun and festive. I always say I like people to feel like they're getting a present in the mail when they get their item. I don't really go over the top on packaging. I just like the item to be secure. So I made $14.40 on this item after Posh fees. I was hoping for a little bit more, but honestly, just to be able to move it from my closet, I thought $18 was a reasonable offer, considering the price of shipping has gone up on Poshmark, I think, since I made my video last. So, you know, I really try to be very flexible when I accept offers, when I consider offers, when I send out offers, when I come up with the price point I'm gonna list something at. I think we all wanna make as much profit as possible on an item, but for me, it's important to also stay grounded in the fact that I did pick up that item at the bins, and it wasn't something I paid retail for. I didn't pay $60 for that, and it's new with tags and I never used it. So I bought it at the bins, I paid a couple dollars for it, and $18 was acceptable to me. This next shirt is funny, speaking of flexibility. This is I believe it's called a Jezebel blouse. I'm not necessarily recommending this, but it is new with tags. I'm gonna show you. It's really cute. The company is called the Unicorn Clothing Company. This is a very sheer Renaissance festival style blouse. The fun thing about this shirt, especially for me, is that I have a connection to Santa Barbara. So this shirt was actually made in Santa Barbara, California. And I really am, I have to say, like, just true and true, I am partial to items that were made in the USA. Like, it's just the reality of the situation. There's a little tiny, like, where, because of the material so sheer, there's a little tiny hole where the, like, retail tag was in there. And so I just wanted to make sure that I could get that. So someone asked me on my last video about what I was using and how they were so sick of rollers. So I use this, it's called the Gleaner. This is another way to remove lint from your items. And this side has a removable stone, and you have, it comes with 3 different styles of stones depending on, it's like a pumice type stone that will actually remove pills. I don't use it a lot for pilling, but I will tell you a little tip if you buy one of these, is that I remove it and then I actually use it to clean this velvet surface because it collects the hair and lint on this. I mean, it's not velvet, but it's a velvety type surface. So I just do this and I collect the lint off of here. It's lovely that it's removable or reusable. And this will pick up lint on certain fabrics. You will find if you pick up one of these, and I bought it on Amazon, that it picks up lint sort of better on certain types of fabrics than the roller. Now, I do have, you know, a 4-pack of the trusty rollers. And for example, I'm looking at this and it does have a little bit, I went onto my tissue paper. It does have a little bit of black, like, looks like it was stored near like a black sweater, which it was in a blouse bin, but there was a little bit of black lint on this. I'm just trying to make it look perfect. There's cute ribbon detailing on this. It's really quite sweet. So I do use a roller as well. I think it's important. You sort of get into this after you are in the habit of using both types of lint removers. You begin to recognize that one type would work better than another for the material that you're working with. We are coming upon Renaissance festival season. I have had this in my closet for a little while. I did have it listed on eBay and on Poshmark for $25. The retail price point on this was only $40, so new with tags, it's sort of probably about I would say a $20 item. I do like to have a little bit of wiggle room for negotiation. I feel like if I posted this at $20, I would have gotten $12 offers for it. And I would have accepted $12 if it wasn't new with tags, but the shirt has never been worn. So I decided I was gonna post it at $25 and then just sort of see what happens. Don't laugh, but we could laugh together. I sold these, I'm gonna call them beautiful. I sold these Dansko Clogs. They're an oxblood red, really, really beautiful condition, barely worn. I'll tell you the special thing about these Dansko Clogs, other than I love selling Danskos. Thank you for not buying them. I think it's like my biggest joke, and I seem to joke about it every video. So I'm sorry if you actually watch my videos regularly, but I'm still gonna keep joking about this because I am a huge watcher. I love watching YouTube seller videos, and I love the way people respond to Danskos. So these Danskos were a size 37, which is approximately a 6.5 to 7 US. I'm going to tell you what's special about them. I picked them up because I base my Dansko decisions, buying decisions, I really do, on condition. So if the Dansko clog is not in what I would consider to be near new condition, like almost new without tag condition, it really actually has to be a special design. Now, what's fun about these clogs, and they are a smaller size, and of course, everyone says I would pass on that size or whatever. I do joke with my family members that people with small feet do need to buy shoes too. So, I bought these clogs, gosh, I'm not actually sure. I'd have to look at my spreadsheet. I don't think I got these at the bins, but anyway, these clogs, here's the special part. Oh my goodness, Denise, is that these were actually made in Brazil. And so there is an era of Dansko clogs before they started producing them in China. And I think that makes them more special. So due to the condition and that they were made in Brazil and not China, which to me makes them more substantial than a currently produced pair from China. Call me partial, but that's how I am. I actually have a pair of Danskos that I got at the bins that are made in Brazil, and I love them. I wear them around the house. I had these posted in my closet for $70. I had one like on them. I sent an offer to the buyer for $55, and she accepted. My take home was $41.32 because I did offer $4.99 shipping on these. So I had them for $70, I offered $55 and $4.99 shipping. I walk away with $41. If I bought them at a thrift store, I spent $9.99. If I bought them at the bins, I spent $4 to $5. So I'm truly walking away with at least a $30 profit on these. For something that sells as quick as Dansko in my closet, and I'm consistently making $30, $35, I will continue to pick up Danskos until they sit in my closet. I don't have a pair of Danskos sit in my closet. Like, they just, the sell-through rate is incredible. But I'm very particular about the ones I will pick up. I will say that. The next item I sold is just a classic Patagonia women's. Really fun to find, actually, this color. And it's a quarter zip. It's called their micro fleece. So it's not a very substantial, important word really in the reseller community. It's not a substantial Patagonia piece. It's not a better sweater. You know, it's not down. It's, you know, it doesn't retail for $150, $175. I had this in my closet for $48. I sent an offer to Likers. I kind of waited on this piece to see if any offers would come in, and I didn't send offers to Likers as people liked the item. I sort of paused on this one, and I had about maybe 10 likes on it, and then I sent out the $40 offer with, I want to say discount shipping. Yes, definitely discount shipping. So I sent out a $40 offer with discount shipping, and so after Posh fees, I made $30 on this shirt. I did spend $9.99 for it, or close to $9.99 for it. It may have been a day when I got a discount at Goodwill. So let's just say I spent $10 on it. After Poshmark fees, I made $20 on this, and that's great. So I haven't been thrifting in a while, and I've been wanting to get out and go thrifting. I do have some stories. about my trip. And so I didn't thrift as much as I thought I would in Southern California. I regret not taking the opportunity to thrift more in LA when I was there, but it's really overwhelming. And honestly, I know there's amazing things to be found in Los Angeles. I follow a lot of people who post videos from their Los Angeles hauls, and there's also a shit ton of fast fashion in LA. I mean, it's just like Jessica Simpson and like the brands, Forever 21, Shein, like all of those brands, there is like 50% of a thrift store is fast fashion brands. And I try not to sell a lot of fast fashion. So I went to a thrift store, and it was like so much work, as we all know. I mean, I'm preaching to the choir here, but it's so much work to go through all these racks and have this like slight little twinge of like, I'm gonna find the most amazing stuff in Los Angeles. And then I'm like going through racks of like Jessica Simpson and Forever 21, and it's literally priced at like $12.99 for a dress and like $8 for a shirt. And I'm like, okay, I would rather be with my family. I would rather be at the beach. I would rather be doing other things. So I'm packing up a Madewell shirt. This is almost current. I think it's from 2021. It's a really beautiful, like gauzy, lightweight, cropped button-down shirt. Back to my story. I thought I was gonna thrift a lot more, and it just didn't work out that way. But lo and behold, when I was in Orange County for part of my trip, I was actually able to thrift in Orange County. I went to a few thrift stores. I was staying in a place that was close to like 10 thrift stores. So there was a time in the day, like I would go to the beach, and then, you know, my daughters would want to go to the pool or something like that, and I would dip out and go to a thrift store that was less than 15 minutes from my hotel. I didn't go to the bins. I didn't do any huge thrifting. I want to say I feel like I lucked out because I found, and you will see in the video, some really cool shoes. A brand that I've been wanting to find, as all resellers do, for a very long time. I finally found the mother of all shoe brands. I'm gonna let you try to guess what that is. And I will be doing an LA thrift haul video, and it's very small. I wanna say I brought home about 4 clothing pieces. Some of them were new with tags, which always sort of swings my radar to yes, don't hesitate. And then I think I brought home about 5 pairs of shoes. So you're just gonna have to wait for that. It's very exciting, or it's not that exciting, but I think it's very exciting. I'm thrilled with the stuff that I got. I did set myself up for, I don't want to say disappointment, but I really thought it was gonna be like the mother load, like, oh my gosh, I'm thrifting in LA. I'm just gonna walk in like Dolce & Gabbana and Gucci, and it's just gonna fall off the shelves. And really, it was like, oh, wow, Forever 20. I mean, it's like, if you think about like mall culture communities that have heavy mall cultures, which I think Southern California has a heavy mall culture, whereas like where I live in Colorado, it's not a heavy mall culture. That's what you find. People buy what they have access to. So Target, mall brands, it's like that's what was there. I mean, I'm not disappointed, but I do think it's funny that I had a little bit of a different expectation of my thrift experience. This Madewell shirt sold for $25. I had it listed for $32. A little on the high end, truly just open to negotiation on that price. That's why I priced it at $32. I accepted $25 an offer on that, so I took it. The next item I sold, it's funny, I'm actually gonna cut the tag on this. was a Costa is the brand. It's like a fly fishing company. It's a visor. They don't sell this anymore. And I sold this new in tags for $17. And I just have to say this because I feel like it's really important. And you guys will know this about me. This item I had in my closet for, I would say, at least 6 weeks for $12. And I pulled one of those classic Denise moves, and I decided I am gonna up the price on this. The retail MSRP price on this was $12.99, and I thought, okay, I'm gonna put this in my closet for $17. Someone bought it straight out. They didn't negotiate price or shipping or anything. I didn't send an offer. I just am kind of sitting on some items that I know I feel like now that it's spring will sell a little bit better. It hasn't really been visor season unless you live in the warm South. So it's just like, okay, let's just let this sit and see what happens. So I upped the price on this item, and I'm notorious for doing that. I sometimes get a little bit frustrated. You know, if I have something in my closet for $12, I have to say, you know, it's like I am going to get offers for, you know, $8 for this. So I was like, you know what? I'm upping the price of it. I upped the price to $17 and it sold. I take home $13.60. This is actually all pure profit for me. This was an item that was given to me, so I did not pay for it. I am very happy. I put a "You're awesome" tag on that. And I've decided to go with a padded envelope for this. Hopefully the visor won't get smushed. If it happens to get smushed, it's not gonna get smushed. I'm not even gonna go there. It's not gonna get smushed. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. I swear it'll be fine. Okay, next up, my favorite. I think I have sold, these are officially the item I have found and sold the most of. It's a Patagonia men's short. It's called the stand-up short. They have like 5 pockets to them, a Velcro pocket here, Velcro. They're very sizable pockets in the back, so you can put things in them if you're hiking. They are just like a canvas. I always sort of associate the feeling of this material to very similar to like a Carhartt short. This one feels a little bit more lightweight. I have sold these in really kind of worn out condition. I mean, truly repaired by Patagonia. I've sold a pair for $28. I had these in my closet for $42, knowing that I would be taking offers on them. And believe it or not, they sold for $42 with no offers. The person just bought it straight out. And I kind of feel like those moments are more and more rare these days on Poshmark. So the visor and this just sold for straight up for what I listed it for. So that is very exciting. Gosh, I've sold these for, depending on condition, and this is the most I've ever listed a pair for, to be honest. I think all the other ones that I have posted, I listed for $36. So 42 was the highest I have ever listed. And really for these, it was based on condition. These actually feel like they are new without tags. And like I said, don't pass up on a pair of Patagonia stand-up shorts if you happen to see them. My profit on these was $33.60 after Poshmark fees, and I got them at the bins. So I made $32 on these easily. Say hi. Louie wants to say hi. Come here. Come here. Thank you. Thank you. Want to say hi to your friends? tell your friends I got to go to California and see my sis and go to the beach. We got to go to the dog beach in California. Now, since he's a Colorado pup, he doesn't exactly know what to do in the ocean, but it is adorable to take him. You're so cute. Oh, you're so cute. He wanted to come say hi. Yeah, I know. You'd like to be on my lap, wouldn't you? But I have to finish packing up. He's so cute. Okay. Okay, bye. Okay. I have to be honest, you guys. I needed to take like a little break. So, let's get right into it. I'm going to say what I sold the item for, and then I'm going to talk a little bit about, as I ship the next few items, closing down your closet. This next item is a coral color JCrew, new with tags. This had a $148 price tag on it. It has a $119.99 sales sticker on it. This is, I would say, like a kind of jersey knit material. It is a neon orange color, coral color. I sold this dress for $26. What a bargain. You know, I had it, I want to say, for $32 in my closet. I got an offer on it. As always, you know, this whole new with tag argument in my head, I went back and forth and ultimately decided I was gonna sell it for $26. I took home $20.80. I did pick this up at the bins, so it is what it is. I'm not gonna go into much about pricing. I do actually really wanna talk about closing down your closet. So, we decided to take a road trip for spring break because we wanted to bring Louie with us. And, you know, when you travel 1,000 miles, it's a couple of days of driving, and then I wanted to be worth our while to spend time with our daughter who's in college, and, you know, so it was a long trip. So I'm thinking to myself, I don't have anyone that could ship for me. I could have my daughter ship for me, but she's in college, so it's not one of those situations where I could just like say like, oh, hey, so-and-so, do you mind coming over and shipping for me? So I had to make the decision. I mean, there's a couple ways to go with this. It's like, do I stay open and then actually anger people and not ship the items? Or do I close down my closet after like all of the things I've heard from people? I'm not kidding. I just feel like people adamantly state like, I will never close my closet. Like, don't ever close your closet. It's the worst thing for the algorithm if you close your closet. It's a terrible idea. Don't close your closet. So I was gonna be gone for 10 days from my house, and it didn't feel like an option for me to keep my closet open and then contact people who bought items to say, oh, hi, I'm not gonna be able to ship that for a week. Are you okay with that? Like, it just did not feel like good business. So the other option for me was to close my closet down for a week. And I decided to close it down. These are a JCrew brand. It's called Point Sur Denim. They're actually made in the USA. I thought these were something fun and fancier when I bought them. They're a size 23, but they are just a high-end JCrew denim brand. Back to my story. I closed down my closet and I opened it up Thursday morning. I didn't just say like, peace out, Poshmark, I'm not paying attention to you. There's a couple of ways to go with this. Like, I didn't follow people back. I reblogged parts of my closet maybe once a day. I don't use Posher VA or any service to any closet sharing services, but it is something that I'm considering doing because I would like to get Posh Ambassador 2 status once I am 6 months out from being a Posh 1 ambassador. I haven't been on Poshmark selling for 6 months, so I'm not quite there yet. Anyway, so I closed my closet. I crossed my fingers. I was just like, oh, I hope this ends well, because everything I hear from seasoned YouTube resellers, they basically just say it's like the death of your Poshmark or eBay business to close down your closet. Ultimately, as you are looking right now, my closet's been open since Thursday morning. I felt comfortable with that. So shipping items, I didn't ship on Friday and Saturday, but I would have them out today. So I felt comfortable reopening my closet on Thursday. So here we are. After closing my closet for a week, not posting any new items, maybe resharing my closet once a day. I try to share it at least twice a day. I don't use a VA service. I closed down my closet. I kind of walked away from Poshmark for a week. I really did. I just wasn't active. Obviously, I was not sending offers out to people. I wasn't sending offers out to people before I went away, because I thought, okay, if I send an offer out to someone on Wednesday and then I'm gone Thursday and they accept the offer, like, this is not gonna work. So I honestly just avoided like interacting on Poshmark for an entire week. And the only interactions I had were with people who asked me a question. For example, I have a bundle coming up that one of the items, the person said, is this going to be for sale? Someone else was curious on that JCrew dress about the material. They wanted to know, is this like a more like a piece that you would wear to the office, or is it more kind of like a vacation piece? And that piece, I think, is more like a vacation piece, and it's just hard to tell from the photos what the material's like. So I was responding to people who commented. I will say that, but I was not interacting at the level that I do when I am home and actively using Poshmark. So next item I sold was a pair of Arch, A-R-C-H-E. This is a really high-end brand. These are slides. I got them at the bin. They're super fun. They do have a little bit of discoloration to them, which I noted in the post. I sold these for $38. No offer, anything from the person. They just bought them straight out. So I closed my closet, and here are my sales since I've reopened my closet. By no means would I say that my sales or my place in the algorithm, or whatever you want to call it, my standing with Poshmark or anything, was impacted by shutting down my closet for a week. I have sold $488 worth of items since Thursday morning, and it is Monday morning. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 4 days. I sold almost $500 worth of items. That would be a really great weekend for me if it was just a regular, my closet has been open. I would be thrilled to sell $500 on the weekends. So here we are. I'm calling it as it is right now. I only have 80 some active items on eBay. So I don't really know how to gauge eBay. I do know that I sold that lovely blouse on eBay, and so I have sold something over there. I don't sell on eBay every single day, so I can't say how it would impact your eBay or other platform sales. I'm just gonna speak to Poshmark right now. Shutting down your closet and sort of saying, I'm gonna take a little break, Poshmark, from you, did not impact my sales. Did not impact how I appear in search results. I would highly recommend, if you are a full-time reseller I know it's hard if you're a full-time reseller. I understand. I completely understand that. I am a part-time reseller. If you're a full-time reseller and feel like you just can't walk away from your business for 7-8 days, then you absolutely have to make the choice that's best for your business. But if you have a lot of things going on in your life and need to walk away, take a little break for a weekend or a few days, I'm going to encourage you to take that mental health break. I honestly, I really did need a little break. I do feel like I am setting loftier goals for myself. I'm seeing my sales pick up, and I thrive in that type of environment. I feel like what I'm doing is working. I don't want to stop. I was worried about like going on vacation and then actually not showing up in search results and my closet being stagnant when I got back and reopened it. I literally had someone who purchased a bundle the morning that my closet opened. They were waiting for items that I had in my closet. I'm gonna say take the break, take 2 days off, shut down your closet. Don't worry about it. On my way home from my road trip, these are just a pair of LL Bean classic jeans. I had them posted for $25. I got them at the bins. Someone said, hey, will you give me discounted shipping? So I offered them $21 and $5.95 shipping. They accepted. They're going out the door. I'm excited. You know, it's funny. LL Bean classic jeans. Not a brand that I'm assuming a lot of people are like eager to pick up, but I could just tell from looking at them that they're the type of jean that someone probably loves. If you like the way a pair of jeans fits you, you will seek them out. This person was seeking them out. I had 1 like on them. I posted them. I picked these up at my last trip to the bins. So I picked these up 3 weeks ago, I guess it would be now. They've been in my closet for maybe 2 weeks, of which my closet was closed for 1 week. So I don't know. Keep an open mind when you're thrifting. You know, I hear and I am influenced by a lot of brands that people talk about that they're selling. And I do love to share a diverse range of brands and items that maybe people wouldn't be as open to, and then they see that they sell. I've had Levi's in my closet for over 4 months, and they're 501s and they're beautiful jeans. And I would have thought they would have sold by now. And if you told me the LL Bean classic jeans would have sold in a week, I probably would have laughed at you. So, I don't know. You just be diverse in your thinking and be open, and I think great things will happen. Close down your closet. If you're watching this, I have a feeling if you're a reseller, you're working really hard. I have another job that I work, and I also resell. So, and I have a family, and I have a personal life, and I have a wildfire burning in my backyard, literally. I was evacuated the day I got home. So, like, take care of yourself. Give yourself space to close down your closet. Give yourself space to be open to things where, you know, if you're at the bins and you want to try a new brand out, allow yourself to be open in your thinking and see what happens for your business. Like, that's what I want to say. I just feel like the biggest driving force for Poshmark is flexibility in thinking and openness. Openness to brands, openness to price points, offers, like all of these things, styles. It's just like, I have learned so much about reselling in the short amount of time that I've been doing this. And I feel like flexibility is literally the greatest asset to having a successful business in Poshmark. And I adore it. I adore that I can do this. My final item that I'm shipping out, you made it to the end. I'm gonna tell you a little bit of a personal story while I pack this up. This is like a skirt that has full on embroidery. The brand is Lulu's, which is an online kind of prom dress, semi-formal dress company for the most part. The person who put together this bundle was very interested in this item in my closet, which is a pair of, I would say, never worn Birkenstock. This style of Birkenstocks is called the Bostons. I did have these in my closet for $102 because they're really hard to find. I mean, like, they don't have them on the Birkenstock website right now. That's how hard they are to find. So these are what I would consider to be almost brand new. Birkenstock sells them brand new for $150. I do believe in sort of seizing the moment on some things, and the moment right now is Birkenstocks are hot. Birkenstock clogs are really hot. I picked these clogs up at my local Goodwill. They were $9.99 and they're a size 5. So once again, here we go, reverting back to what size do I pick up? I prefer to pick up a bigger size, blah, blah, blah. For me, any Birkenstock that is in like new condition, no matter the size, I'm going to pick up. If it's a clog, I'm gonna pick it up even if it's a little bit worn in. It's just the facts of the matter. If it's at the bins, that's preferable. But paying $10 for a pair of clogs that are basically new with tags is pretty amazing to me. I'm packing this all in a large flat rate box. I do not think it's going to exceed 5 pounds. There are 4 items. Okay, back to a real quick breakdown of what I'm shipping right now. So this was a bundle. It was a skirt, a Lulu skirt, an anthro white blouse, a pink dress that I got at Salvation Army, and the Birkenstocks. The bundle cost would have been $171. I have my closet set up. Any bundle over 3 items gets a 20% discount. I used to have it at 15, but I decided to put it at 20. The person paid $136 for all 4 items, which is a great deal because I had the shoes alone for $100. Or actually, maybe they were $94. I had the clogs alone for $94, so this is a great deal. The 2 of the items I got at the bins, and one of them, the pink dress, I thrifted for $2, and the Birkenstocks I got for $10. So let's just say I have $15 into this bundle. After the discount, I made $109.44. I think it's smart business to keep, to offer a bundle discount in your closet. Now I'm gonna take a moment and share with people a personal story. We just happened to be about an hour outside of where we live. I received a phone call from a friend of mine, and I didn't take it right away because we were on the road and it's hard to be in an active conversation when there's other people in the car. So I thought, oh, I'll call her when we get home. We're gonna be home in an hour. This is the other shirt. The brand on this is Meadowroo. This is an anthro brand. It's super cute, lightweight, sheer. So I decide to text my friend and say, hey, we're on the road. I'll call you when we get home. And she immediately texts me back and says, there's another fire. In case you're not aware, which I'm sure everyone watching this is pretty aware, there was a really significant wildfire in Colorado on December 30th. And 900 homes were lost, of which some of the people I hold dearest to me actually have been tremendously impacted by that fire and have lost homes and are displaced. So my friend says there's a fire, and she tells me the location of the fire, and that's actually just due west of my house. We have some pretty strong winds in Colorado. The day of the Marshall Fire, when those 900 structures were lost, the winds were up to 100 miles per hour, which meant normal means for fighting a fire, such as air help, dropping slurry, water from tankers, couldn't be utilized because the winds were too high. And so firefighters were actually at a loss. They could not fight the Marshall Fire. They only could fight it from the ground. And if you ever see footage, it's simply amazing. I mean, there are crews of people for wildfires. I can hear the helicopter right now. It's dropping water on the wildfire that's burning less than a half mile from my house. So a very long story short, as we were driving home, we're trying to get home, and we learn that we're actually living in a zone that is evacuated because the fires could potentially threaten our safety. And when you have just a couple of months ago experienced tremendous loss through people who you're close with, you don't actually think, oh, it's not going to impact me. Like, you take the evacuation notice very, very seriously. Wind and fire is a combination that humans, like, we can't anticipate how quickly things change when wind is involved. The wind that day when we got the evacuation notice was closer to, I want to say like 24 miles per hour, and the winds were blowing south. So I live just east of where the fire had started. I truly, like, if you could walk, there's houses there, but if you could walk straight from my house to where the fire started, it would be a straight line. We had been on the road for 2 days, traveling 1,000 miles, encountering traffic, going through situations, driving that are just stressful. At this point, we had been in the car for about 8 hours, and we are trying, like, we're literally racing, not inappropriately, but like racing to get home, because we know that there are some things we would like to gather, like photos and videos from our house that we now know, like, we need to grab these when we're evacuated. So we got evacuated. We decided to, I don't want to say break evacuation, but we decided to enter the evacuation zone to pick up items from our house. It was maybe a half an hour or 20 minutes after the evacuation notice went out. So I don't feel like we were pushing any limits of safety. There was still lots of activity and people trying to leave my neighborhood. So it felt safe to go to our house. The fire started about 3/4 of a mile from my house. There were no structures threatened at that time. So we literally weren't able to come home and be in our house after being in hotels for 10 days and traveling and being on the road. And we had to come gather our stuff. We moved one of our vehicles to a safer location. We all got in a vehicle, and we still had a rental car. And a friend offered to feed us dinner and house us for the night. And since we were evacuated, we said yes. He lives in a very quiet place, and I just needed to decompress in a house. And, I felt like going to a hotel, which was an option for us. And it's like finding a hotel that would have Louis, like all of these things. It was like way beyond my actual mental capacity to like do all of those things. So ultimately, we decided we'll go to our friend's house. We took him up on his offer. And we just waited things out like you do. I mean, you just wait to see. And there are moments where if, you know, winds were to change or to be dramatically different, it would really have had a very scary potential for our ability to return home. So I am in my house. I will say, like, I have a different kind of gratitude after my friends have lost so much that I was able to come home. It's really scary to just know that in that moment you could leave your house for the very last time. I live in a neighborhood. I don't live in the mountains. I live adjacent to the mountains. I live in the city of Boulder, and it's scary, the reality, our new reality of these types of fires, which normally are early fall, late summer. We usually face these types of threats and potentially pre-evacuations, but I'm so grateful that the weather cooperated and they created really distinct fire lines. They were able to drop slurry from the air, which made a huge difference. You know, crews of men and women, like, literally dug out with a shovel, like, lines to protect all of the homes that are just west of mine. And so it's just, it's a lot on the heels of so much loss in our community and so many people being displaced, and then feeling all the feelings of potentially saying goodbye to your home. I feel so grateful. The people who fight fires here are just so dedicated and amazing. And I know this is a Poshmark Ship With Me video, but this is like the reality of my life. And anyway, I'm happy to be home. The fire is 35% contained. There are no structures threatened at the moment. I think there's some precipitation in the forecast. Things are looking really good. We were able to return home that evening. The evacuation order was lifted at 11 p.m. and we had just been traveling for so long, we opted to come home. So that's all I wanted to share. It's just life. It's never a dull moment. And here I am, like, shipping items out for Poshmark, full of gratitude for what I'm able to do here, and that I didn't lose all of my inventory, that, I mean, so many things. I'm so full of gratitude. So I hope you guys are doing well. I'm really curious, how are your Poshmark sales? I'm hearing from people that their sales are impacted, and I will say, if you need a mental health break, if you really want to go on vacation and you don't want to go back and forth with offers and reblogging and sharing your closet and sharing other people's things, then I encourage you to take a break. I'm glad I took a break, and I'm very grateful that I am shooting this video right now. Anyway, I know this is really long. If you stayed to the end, thank you so much. If you're new here, my shipping videos are usually not this long. I feel so fortunate that I have made so many sales just in the past weekend with reopening my closet. And I am going to be shooting a video of things that I picked up thrifting in LA. So I hope you join me for that. It's going to be way, way, way shorter, and I probably won't cry. So thank you for watching.